Welcome back to Quran Night from Ahlul Bayt TV. As every Saturday after break we have guest reciter, and today we are really delighted and very happy to have with us one young reciter, one young Hafiz, our brother Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi. Assalamu alaikum, brother Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi. Very welcome to our program. I am really happy to have you with us in this program, and thank you very much to accept our invitation. And you have the camera and mic, and I want you to say salam to our dear viewers.
Assalamu alaikum, my dear viewers. My name is Yasser, as you've already know. I am 14 years old, and inshallah I'll be joining this session today, and I'll be performing a little piece of what I've been doing over the past few years.
MashaAllah. Yasser, when we have guest reciters here, with us, usually I ask them, what is your gift for us for our program? Do you have anything for us today?
I would like to read a little part of what I've been practicing a couple of weeks ago.
Good.
And inshallah I'll be doing this in front of our audience today.
Inshallah, please go ahead. So could you say which part you are reciting?
I'll be reading Surah Al-Mu'minun.
Good.
And let me just check.
And also, please, until you are going to find the page number, dear viewers, Brother Yasser Al-Kadhimi, Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi is going to recite Surah Al-Mu'minun, and of course you know about this surah is really interesting verses in this surah, and he is going to recite this surah from the beginning. He is reciting, and I want you to open Quran. Could you say the page number, Brother Yasser?
342.
342, dear viewers. Please open your Quran and accompany our dear guest reciter, Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi. Go ahead, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون. والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون. والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين. فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون. والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون. والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون. أولئك أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون.
الله الله، جميل جميل، ما شاء الله، أحسنت أحسنت.
والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون.
الله الله الله.
والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون.
الله الله الله، الله أكبر الله أكبر.
أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون.
الله 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 الله، الله الله أكبر الله أكبر، اللهم ارزقنا.
ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار.
الله 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 الله، تبارك
ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين. ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما
أحسنت أحسنت.
فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الشريف. Thank you very much, Brother Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi, in this very important day that is the birthday of Imam Rida alayhi salam, and you gave us a very good gift as Eidi. Thank you very much, Brother Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi. Okay, this recitation in this age is really incredible. So explain about yourself, where do you come from originally, and how old are you right now?
I am 14 years old and I originally come from Germany as I was born there, but my family are from half Iraqi, half Iranian. And as I came into this country, I had an interest in reading the Quran, as I've seen other reciters. They're so successful and their voices are so amazing. And I always think to myself, why can't I be like them? So one day I started practicing on little things. For example, anashid, simple anashid. And then moving on to tawashih. And after tawashih, I got introduced to maqamat and how you read them and the way they sound, and how when you, for example, sad events you read these maqamat and happy events you read these. And then I got introduced to tajweed, and then I moved on to lahin. And inshallah I will complete my whole interest in all of the maqamat.
MashaAllah. Except the recitation of the Holy Quran, as I heard something about your family, and also when I saw you in different competition, you have also access to hifz. And how many ajza have you memorized until now?
I have memorized 12 ajza, to
MashaAllah.
be precise. Yes, 12 ajza. And then I started from when I was about 3. I learned 1 juzu. I used to copy what my mom used to read in salah.
Excuse me, you mentioned about 3 years old?
3 years old, yes.
MashaAllah, very good. Good, continue, go ahead.
I used to copy my mother when she was praying. For example, she used to read Hamdu. I used to read along. And then they found out that I have a capability of memorizing. So my mother and father, they both started from the Juz' 30, and we started moving up until I came into this country. I started from the opposite side, Baqarah, Al Imran, and Nisa.
MashaAllah. And do you have intention to memorize the whole Quran?
Yes, I have an intention, and I still am working on it. And inshallah,
MashaAllah.
I will complete the Quran one day.
Okay, explain about your first teacher. Who was your first teacher?
My first teacher was actually my father and my mother.
Good.
They were both my first ever teachers that I saw in my life. And they stayed with me for a very long time. Up until 10 years of age, it was just them and me, no one else.
MashaAllah.
Because in Germany there was no Quran classes as in London there are. He was very fortunate, that's why I moved to this country. And then I went to the Islamic Center, which is where I met the Quranic educational system.
MashaAllah.
And then there I started memorizing from Baqarah. And alhamdulillah, I'm now on Nisa. Inshallah, I'll carry on.
So alhamdulillah, you have about 12 ajza. That's really difficult, and I recommend this type of memorizing in this age for all the students in your age, because that is really like a miracle for you, and especially I want to know, does it affect your studies? Is it good for you or no?
It does really affect the overall studies and education, because it's just this miracle in Quran that once you learn it and you go through your subjects, for example science, most of these information that you learn, they are mostly found in the Quran. You just need to focus on each ayah and know what each ayah is talking about, and then you uncover the true meaning of Quran, which will help you in your everyday life.
Okay, very good. And explain about your family. Do you have also any brother or sister could be reciters?
I do have 2 brothers, both of them alhamdulillah hafiz, and they look at me and they see that I read tajweed, and they are starting to get this little interest in becoming like me, because I am their role model. And then
You're the bigger brother. MashaAllah.
and then they have an interest in becoming like me and reading tajweed and in front of people, haflat and aza, all of these things. So they are starting now in the pathway.
Very good. As I see right now, and also listen to your recitation, as I listened while you were reciting, and also I invited you in at this program, Ahlul Bayt TV, and also at Ahlul Bayt TV. But I just check your recitation right now. It's really definitely, I see changes. And alhamdulillah, right now your voice is really good, and your ahkam tajweed is really good, and also more than everything, your lahan, you did your arhan in very good way. So as if you watched the first part of our program, it was about GVOs also, you know about our program, it was about voice and tune. And how about your voice? How do you warm up your voice? How do you care of your voice? Explain for us.
Taking care of voice is one of the most important things, especially at my age, because I'm growing and your voice is expanding. So taking care of it is before you read in front of public places, you practice. In your spare time, you always also practice. And that will eventually just improve your voice day by day.
Good, good. Explain about classes you're attending. Do you attend to any classes?
Yes, I do attend Wednesdays and Thursdays. In Wednesdays, in the Islamic Center,
Good.
there's always classes from 7 to 9. I make sure I attend them so I can gain the most out of each jalasa. And also in Nawruzade's house, there I also attend every Thursdays, also from 6 to 9.
Good, good. And what do you think about these classes? These classes are good for you?
They are very good because looking back to when I first started, these two classes are the only thing that really inspired me in becoming like others. Because when I see others read, I know that I have a target to accomplish. For example, become to one of the Qari's level and then moving to the other, and we have a little competition between each other in these jalasat.
Good, very good, very good. You mentioned something about competitions. Have you participated in any competitions in London?
I have participated in a couple of competitions. I have, in the Islamic Center, about 5 competitions I've participated.
5 competitions.
Mhm.
Good.
And also in the Islamic College, a new competition has been released a year ago, and I have participated in 2.
In 2 competitions.
Alhamdulillah, most of them I received first, and
MashaAllah.
a couple I received second.
And it was in the recitation of the Holy Quran or Hafez?
No, it was in the Hafz, the recitation. I was still too young.
Okay, you're still too young. But your recitation is, alhamdulillah, very good. So let's go back to your Hafz. How do you memorize? How do you practice? And before you explain, because I personally, we had some classes about Hafz. We have 2 things. How to memorize and how to memorize the memorization, how to keep the memorization. How do you do it like this?
Starting off with memorization, it's basically repeating the ayah a couple of times until you can read it without using the Quran, which is what we call memorization. You can just repeat words or even sentences if you have the capability. You can repeat them a couple of times until you know that you've had enough and you move on to the second one. By the time you've done 3 or 4 sentences, you can go back to where you started off and then you just link them together, which makes an ayah. After a long period of time, you need to start revising these, because if you leave them, you'll forget them. The way to do it is to just read them page by page and make sure you do them on an everyday basis. So your memorization will become weaker and you slowly forget. Doing them on an everyday basis allows you to strengthen and even improve if you have any old mistakes that you couldn't realize. Using the Quran and reading allows you to uncover what you couldn't read before. And this is how you revise.
Good, very good. The revise is really important, as you mentioned. Each day you have to revise, yes?
Yes, you have to revise every day. And if you cannot do one day, the maximum is 2 days. Every 2 days you need to revise at least once. But it's really recommended every single day. That way you'll never forget.
Okay, and if you want to memorize the new surahs, how do you do? How do you memorize?
Well, first you need to be determined to read. For example, you need to be saying to yourself that I want to read this and I know I can do this. So you need to be knowing that you are able to read this, and then you just start. For example, 3 lines a day, and if you have the capability, for example, half a page a day, and if you're very capable, you can do a page a day. It's no problem.
Very good. So you mentioned that you have 12 ajza in your memory. Can we ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
You can go ahead. Okay, I just have here from Surah Al-Baqarah. Dear viewers, I'm just going to ask a question from our brother Hafiz and reciter, brother Yasser Mahdi Al-Qadimi. I'm going to ask you from ayah 165 of Surah Al-Baqarah. I'm just going to recite the first part and then you continue, please. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله ولو يرى الذين ظلموا إذ يرون العذاب أن القوة لله جميعا وأن الله شديد العقاب إذ تبرأ الذين اتبعوا من الذين اتبعوا ورأوا العذاب وتقطعت بهم الأسباب وقال الذين اتبعوا لو أن لنا كرة فنتبرأ منهم كما تبرأوا منا كذلك يريهم الله أعمالهم حسرات عليهم وما هم بخارجين من النار.
Ahsantum, mashallah, very good. It was really close to perfect. Thank you very much. Some minor mistakes, but alhamdulillah, it was good. Thank you very much. And of course, in this age and in this particular country, that's really incredible. We have with us not complete hafiz, but really when you started to hifz 1 juz, 2 juz, and until 12 juz, of course we can nominate hafiz of Quran because you have some part of Quran in your mind, in your heart. Good, Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi. So each reciter, when they are coming, and we want them to send a message to their parents or to the people they really wanted to be like you. I want you to send your message to your parents, especially your father, as I see always your father with you, helping you and practicing with you, especially in hifz and also in recitation of the Holy Quran. What's your message to your father?
I would like to thank him on pretty much everything that he's done, because without his help and his presence, I would not be in the status that I'm right now. He has helped me from the day I started until present day. Always with me.
And what about your mother?
The exact same with my mother. Whenever my father was away or on work, she would cover him, and she would do the exact same things and help me memorize or even tell me to read tajweed in front of her every single day.
MashaAllah. And what's your message for the students, the people in your age, and especially I want you to motivate them to memorize Quran and what you have found in the memorization of the Al-Quran?
My message to the outside world is that you need to start making Quran a part of your everyday life. Because as Quran enters your life, you cannot leave religion. And if you cannot leave religion, your everyday life just becomes very, very happy. Even if you're struggling, for example, if you're struggling in school, Quran will always help you. I've tried it myself. Whenever I need any help, sometimes when I just read through my ayat that I've memorized, I find the answer to my question in the Quran. So my advice to everyone is they need to start memorizing, even if it's little surah, because that little surah will eventually become a big surah, and big surah will become juzu, and a juzu will become half a Quran, and half a Quran will become the whole Quran.
Very good. Thank you very much, brother Yasser Mahdi Al-Kadhimi, for your attendance to our program, being one of the guest reciter for this program. Inshallah, I wish all the best for you, for your family, for your father, for your mother, and for your brothers. Thank you again. And dear viewers, as you know, every Saturday we are live from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And inshallah, we'll be with you next week with another guest reciter. Maybe one of the guest reciter will be you. If you know that you are capable, you can call to our program and present yourself to one of our colleagues. And inshallah, we will invite you. All the best. We'll see you inshallah next week. Thank you very much.